Hi guys, I have Rachel Smets. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I have Rachel Smets with me today. She is a confidence coach and she has been working on this subject for years. She is a best-selling author and a world traveler. Rachel, thank you so much for being here with us today. How are you
Thank you
doing?
for having me.
Good. Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you for being on the show. So you're an author. Tell us about, I want to hear, first of all, your story because nobody becomes a coach of confidence for no reason. So share us a little bit about your background and where you're from, where you're living, a little bit about your travels, and how you ended up in this space.
Sure. Okay, thanks. Okay, so where should I start? Many years ago, now let's say about 15 years ago, more or less, I wanted to live abroad. And I just had a lot of contact with expats, and I thought, I want to experience that too. I want to be able to learn about another culture, not just go on a holiday somewhere, but really learn about the people. So that's when I started. I think I was about 25 or something. Yeah, I was. And so I looked for a job abroad, and my first country was Spain. So I looked for a job. I made sure I had a job. I thought if I have a job, then I have some income. I can look for a place to live, and then etc. etc. So Spain was my first country, and stayed there for 2 years, worked, learned Spanish. I am originally Belgian. I'm native Belgian, so I was raised bilingual, French and Dutch, and then I learned Spanish, and I love languages. At this moment, I speak 6 languages, and I'm learning Chinese as a seventh, so my brain is bursting with Chinese little words. But and then from there, basically, I lived in UK, Scotland, France, Germany, and right now I'm actually standing in the Netherlands. And yeah, so that's the journey abroad, let's say. And I'm still not in my native country now, but I like it here so far. So let's see where it goes. And actually, what I've done all those years without realizing is that I used to be really shy. I was really a shy little girl. And being abroad on my own, having to figure everything out, being sometimes, sad and sometimes happy, meeting great people, meeting awful people. You go through so much. You have to learn a new culture, learn new habits, learn so many new things, and basically overcome a lot of fears. So unconsciously, all those years, I was building up my confidence. And now, the last few years, I've been encountering a lot of people that it's so sad sometimes to see that sometimes people have dreams and goals, but they think, it's not for me, I'm scared, I'll never make it, and I can't, and I'm stuck. And then I thought, I really want to motivate and like kick ass some people. And so the idea came a year ago about, writing this book. And finally, I I have it. It's called Awaken Your Confidence. 15 people share their journey to success. And what I did is I looked for successful people, mostly American and Canadian people that are really successful. And they share so openly and honestly their journey to success, the journey from actually no confidence to a lot of confidence, just like I experienced. And I really hope to inspire so many people that are feeling stuck that, look at these successful people, they learn it. And the whole message and the key of my whole book is like, you can learn it. So go out there, and that's why also the second part of my book is filled with action tips and confidence hacks, just because I want people to get up and do it and overcome their fears and grow their confidence.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Thank you for sharing all of that with us. There is something about travel, isn't it? Isn't there that really, you're on your own, your family is not with you, and everything is up to you. So there's would you agree that there's a certain sense of responsibility? Like everything that
Yeah.
happens to you is really up to you.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's yeah, you know, you're on your own, like you say, and I'm single, you know, so I was traveling, and there's just so much to think about when you travel abroad. It's not just travel, but really living somewhere. It's not just unpacking boxes, it's your whole house, furniture, paperwork, registrations, insurances, health insurances, everything. And then at those times, sometimes, especially as a single, because sometimes people say, oh, but you're single, it's easy for you. And I'm like, well, you know, I had to work a job, but then the movers were coming, and then I had to, you know, schedule the registration things, and I was always on my own to do that. And that's when you really miss your friends and family around. And then you think, oh, I wish I could just call and say, Mom, can you come and help me or something, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's definitely, it's a big challenge, and people sometimes don't realize it. But saying that, I have no regrets whatsoever. It's challenges, but it's also loads of opportunities and a richness of experiences. So yeah, no regrets.
Yeah. And when you were traveling, not just when you were traveling, growing up, what's like a key moment that sticks out in your mind when you think about how like not confident you were, how shy, however it manifested for you? What is like one of those key moments for you?
You mean when I was less confident?
Hmm.
Oh, I have many of those, especially as a teenager. You know, like I was wearing clothes, and I thought when somebody in the street was looking at me, I thought, oh, you know, what am I having wrong? What's wrong with me? Because I always thought something was wrong with me. I was so self-conscious, you know, people were laughing, and I thought, oh, they're joking with me. Oh, I have many moments like that, even though I was doing great in school and everything was going well. I had, you know, but just that, yeah, that self-consciousness, like I'm not good enough, you know, I'm not good enough, I'm not looking good, I'm not. Wow, that was going on for many years. Yeah,
Yeah, constantly.
I know the feeling.
Yeah, yeah. So what, a lot of, I imagine, some people watching right now would think to themselves, okay, well, that was then. And of course, you were an insecure, like less confident teenager, and then you grew up and you became an adult and you grew into your confidence like most adults do. I get that a lot where people say to me, like, well, everything that you say you went through when you were younger sounds pretty normal. But if when I know that for me, when I look at myself and my growth, and I look and I do compare it, right? We want to totally stay out of comparison, but that's how insecurity happens, right? We compare. So when I compare it to, let's say, my sister's growth or what I've seen in other people, their confidence, like I've gotten into really deep conversations with some friends and family, and I'm absolutely certain that their level of confidence at a younger age was far beyond my own, and I really had to take steps to build it. So what do you think the difference is between the Rachel then, the Rachel now, and like what kinds of things did you need to do to get there that may be different than someone who might have been born, like literally born, like I feel like this is a DNA thing, partly DNA, partly experiences, right? Childhood experiences, of course. So what do you think the difference is between you and then somebody else who grows up as an adult who doesn't really get through whatever it is they need to get through to become a whole, like super confident and successful person, successful being, in whatever it is, happiness, really?
A lot of things are going on in my mind right now. I think the main thing I've learned, actually everything I've learned is in 11 confidence hacks, which are written in my book, so it's all there. But I think one that jumps out in my mind right now is when you talk about comparing. I think what I've learned through the years is that, and what I especially did as a child, is compare myself to others, which made me self-conscious. Having said that, comparing yourself to others is something we actually learn. You know, we learn it as a child and in school. You know how it is when you're in school, you're doing exams, you always compare grades. It's one of the first things we learn in school, like, oh, can I see your, like as a really young kid, like, oh, can I see your drawing and your drawing? And then you start doing small exams and tests. Oh, what is your grade? Oh, I have more, I have less. they kind of learn it, you know, that they teach you that to compare. So somehow it's taught. However, if you go far in there, like you compare yourself not just in grades, but also in looks and in appearances and success and money and all of that, that's what gets us so insecure in the future. So what I've learned through my traveling and through living abroad is seeing situations that on the outside appear like, wow, they have it all, you know, they're successful, they're happy. Whereas I've learned to see that sometimes inside someone, you know, when you really talk and get into somebody's house, and not just house, somebody's personality, that they do feel bad and they might not be so happy. Until I then experienced it myself, that I was in a relationship and I had a job, and a lot of people came to me and said, oh, you know, you're doing so great and you're so good looking and happy. And I felt miserable inside. I had the worst relationship. I was miserable. And then I thought, okay, I am just done comparing, completely done comparing. This is my life. That's your life. If you appear happy or unhappy, I have no idea what's going on in your life, because you can't know. Everybody's unique. Everybody has their own story. And from that moment on, I just stopped comparing. And I thought, okay, you know, I can feel miserable. It's okay. I can feel happy. It's okay. But regardless of anybody else. And I'm never, ever going to judge anybody anymore like, oh, he has it all. No, you don't know. It doesn't mean if you have material or money that you feel happy. So there's so many things going on that you don't know about a person. And comparing is one thing. It makes you jealous. It makes you miserable. It makes you unhappy. I'm done with it. I'm done with it. You know, I live my life, and some people like me and some people don't. And that's fine too. Mm-hmm. That's another message. You know, it's fine. Just be okay with yourself. Do your own thing. It doesn't mean I'm selfish. Doesn't mean that. It just means that it's fine. I accept that I cannot be friends with the whole world. It's fine.
I think the concept of accepting ourselves for many is like this abstract concept.
Yeah.
Or they think that they accept themselves. They think that they're confident, but it's actually this false sense of this idea of I know what to project so that other people think I'm confident, but really inside not feeling that way. Would you agree?
Yeah, also. Mm-hmm.
So what are the signs that you see, because you've been studying this for a long time, what are the signs that you see of people who are like that, who have this false sense of confidence? And I say false because, you know, I am a strong believer in, you know, be, do, have. So if you're going to be a certain way, you get to do whatever it is that that person, that way of being would do in order to have what that person would have, right? So you get to be confident, be passionate, so that you can do the things that you love to do and whatever that drives you to do, so you can have the financial freedom, time freedom, relationship, whatever it is that you want to have. So I say this because I had experienced it, where I realized I had this, what felt like a false sense of confidence, but it wasn't false in the sense that, like, I everything about it was honest. Like I knew I could do whatever I said I could do, and I genuinely wanted to connect with the people that I wanted to connect with. Mm-hmm. However, there was still a level of like, I know what to do on the outside, and yet on the inside feeling still so unworthy. And so not deeply, like from where I came from at the time, but still a level of unworthiness, a level of fear, huge fear of either success or lack of success. So
I think I know what you're getting at. I think you're trying to explain, like, yes, you're showing this confidence on the outside, like, you know, you're working, you're doing everything the way it's supposed to be, it's going all okay, you're talking to people, you're not shy anymore, but deep inside you feel like, I'm not listening to myself. You know, it's like this lack what it is actually lack of self-love. It's like on the outside you can do it all, you achieve it, you achieve your job, you achieve whatever you want to do, you have good family, good relationships, but on the inside you don't feel it yet. And I experienced that too, and it's like it's really a lack of self-love. And then it took a long time to realize, first of all, the lack of self-love, and second of all, how do you deal with that? You know how many people say, and you read all these quotes like, love yourself first, and then you can take care of others. Take care of yourself, believe in yourself. Yeah, and then I thought for a long time, like, okay, yeah, nice. How? How do we do that? I kept asking everyone how, and until I started. And this is so funny because now I'm not afraid anymore to share this. And also some people in my book, where I was really surprised, they shared it as well. And it really started with putting Post-its all over the place in my house, like, I'm okay, I'm
totally
good.
Done that. I totally done that.
Looking in the mirror like, oh, Rachel, okay, you know, for years I avoided the mirror. I thought, who am I? I don't need to look in the mirror. Who am I? Until I thought, okay, force myself to look in the mirror, you know, and say like, okay, this is me, I'm okay. And, you know, putting Post-it, this one guy in my book, he said, you know, I was looking in the mirror of my car all the time saying, I'm okay, I'm good enough. So it sounds so silly. Even somebody told me like, oh, every morning I hug myself. Like, I love myself. And I tried that, didn't work for me, but you have to seek something that works for you. As long as you build that inner love, and then it kind of like, then it clicks with the outside. You know, in the outside, people see you as confident, like, yeah, you're doing good. You know, you seem happy, you're smiling, you're looking good, fine. But on the inside, there's something like, no, it's not right. And that's that self-love. And like, okay, also like, if there's days that you feel bad and sad, it's fine. But for years, I thought, you know, I'm having a shitty day and it's not good. There's nothing not good. You know, there's no good and bad. It's fine to have a bad day. It's fine to feel sad. It's fine to be mad. But listening to your own self, and it really takes time. I mean, it really takes time to learn, like, okay, how am I feeling? I'm feeling good, I'm feeling bad, I'm feeling happy, I'm feeling sad. Mm-hmm. It's okay, I'm okay. You know that, like, I'm okay, just as it is. Yeah. But there's just one thing you said, like confidence in your DNA, yes or no. I really think there's a lot of learning. And it, you know, I always say it doesn't come to you on a silver platter. It takes effort. It takes energy. You know, you've been there too. You know, you learn, you grow. It's just, but at least, even if it takes time, it's fine. At least as long as you're moving towards it, you know, as long as you're taking action. There's so many people, because you talk about people feeling stuck and insecure. There's also a lot of people who are never gonna learn it, never gonna grow themselves or self-develop because they think it's okay the way it is. That's fine too. You know, I think you and I, we work with people that just really want to grow their confidence. They want to follow their passion and their dreams. That's the people that want to, they're open for it. There's also people who are okay, you know, just leave them alone, leave them on the couch, and that's fine. They're happy as it is.
Yeah, no, I think that's actually absolutely true. You know, we all, when I say DNA, I just mean, I guess, a greater degree of confidence growing up, but that's not even, like, you know, even a bully, like the class, like, dude, like, I don't know what to call him. Even he, you know, does what he does or she does through a lot of insecurity that they haven't like addressed yet. So that's absolutely true. So it's an interesting thing to think about. So will any of your confidence hacks help our viewers start to develop that journey of self-love? And can you share a few with us?
Oh yeah, I'd love to. Yes, of course. I mean, I think it's inspiring no matter what. So, and the reason there's many of them is that, you know, you can always find something that really relates to you, especially also those 15 people. There's always somebody with a certain background. You think, oh yeah, I can relate to that. So there's 11 in my book, but I'd like to talk about my top 5, and yeah, I'll have to keep it short, but I really hope to give some inspiration though. The 5 that are really my favorite are, I'll just name them first: melt your fear, overcome your fear, take action, surround yourself with a very positive, supportive crowd, failure is feedback, and let go of your past. So I'll tell you them in short, and then if you want to expand on some of them, just let me know, okay? So when I say melt your fear, it's that a lot of people are so afraid that they're completely stuck and they don't want to overcome it, and actually they avoid it. You know, it's like, oh, I'm really scared of that job interview, or I'm really scared to talk to somebody, so basically I'd rather avoid it than confront it. So building your confidence is also overcoming those fears and facing those fears. And the fear, a lot of times it's in our mind, you know, that we think, you know, it has so much power over us. When in our mind we're like, oh, I'm scared, I'm too scared, I can't. I'm not good enough, I won't succeed. So overcoming that is definitely a key to build your confidence. It's related to my second one, take action, because you overcome your fear by facing your fear. But taking action is also taking it step by step. You know, if you look at the mountain, you think, oh, you know, that I'll never make it there. But if you break it down into small steps, if you have a big dream or a big goal and you break it down into small steps, take one step at a time and then take action. If you stay in your couch, nothing will happen. If you really want something, you got to do something for it. If you want to go from A to B, maybe there's no direct road. Go through B, C, D, E, and then to that end point, which is fine too, as long as you keep moving, as long as you take action. Mm-hmm. And then there is surround yourself with a supportive crowd, and that is so difficult and so important. You know, how many of us are people pleasers? You know, it's my family, I can't say no, but it's my friend and he wants me to call every week, and it's this and it's that. And we just please others instead of thinking, okay, what do we really want? And also we please others a lot of times for the, to appear okay, to appear friends, but are they really, really friends? Or who are the people who really, really support you? You know, those people like, oh, are you sure, you know, Jessica, are you, you know, do you really want that? And why did you do that? And you know, asking you 10,000 questions, and then they just drain you. They really drain you. And they think, okay, is this what I want? You know, if you want to go for something and believe in something, and you don't need those 10,000 questions, you just want somebody who says, yeah, how are you going to do that? And can you maybe do this and maybe do that? And wow, great idea, go for it. You know, things like that. I'm not talking about overly positive, okay? Because, I mean, life is not rosy. I'm talking about, you know, life is not always positive. But if you're supportive and motivating, it's like, you know, yes, you can, and try this as long as you keep trying. So those people, you know, like, I really learned the difference when I was moving abroad again. You know, I get to meet a lot of people because I talk to a lot of people. And then there's these people, oh, you know, we'll stay friends forever, and we'll keep in touch. If I don't email or call them in a month, they're like, oh, you didn't call me, so we're not friends anymore. Hello. I mean, those are the kind of people I don't need. If they don't understand that I'm busy, that I'm traveling, that I'm the one moving abroad. But then there's these people who I don't maybe see for a whole year. I see them again, they're open their arms, their door is open, and the contact is great. Those are the people that fill my heart. They're not many, but that's okay. So finding those positive people and saying no to those annoying, draining energy people, it's a process, but it's so important if you want to grow, and if you don't want to be torn down by those, you know, like pulling you down, like, no, should you do, are you sure, are you really sure? Yes, you know, go for it. So that's important. And then let go of your past, number 4. Really important too, because we all have a backpack, I call it, of experiences and things that went on. It shouldn't stop you from your future. If you, let's say, I don't know, let's take relationships. If you have really...
I was going to say we only have a few minutes left, so...
okay.
Yeah.
So take that past and use it to do things differently in your future. Don't let it haunt you like, oh, I never succeeded in the past, so I'll not succeed now. And then the last one is take failure as feedback. That's my favorite one. Whatever past you had, whatever mistakes you made, whatever failures you've been through, use it as experience. I had so many things that went wrong, jobs that I thought were great that were big mistakes, people, relationships, but I learned so much from that. So I use all of those failures. I don't see them as failures. I think, good, I won't do that again. I'll do it differently. So see failures as something positive and don't let it stop you from anything. Just do things differently and try again. So
absolutely. I love all of those. And you're right. Your last one, that is my favorite one as well. Top 5. Huge, huge, huge. Thank you so much for being here. This has been an incredible conversation. Very much on par, with my own philosophy. And I'm really, really looking forward to doing more of these with you in the future and just sharing your message and our message together. Couple of things. One, where can we find your book? And 2, where can we find you?
My book is all over Amazon, the paperback and the Kindle version, Amazon globally. And I am on rachelsmets.com. I'm also on Facebook, on YouTube. I make a lot of short videos. And they can contact you, Jessica, because I know we'll do more work together. And as long as we keep motivating and inspiring people, I just love it. So, yeah. Thanks so much.
Thank you, too. So, you guys, if you like this video, please comment below, share it. And, subscribe. Find Rachel on YouTube, find myself on YouTube, subscribe, and you will get more of these amazing interviews and tidbits, and we'll have fun together, and we'll grow together. All right?
Thanks.
Thanks, Rachel.
Bye.
Bye.